I often heard people say don't come to Japan in the summer. To a certain degree, that is very true. The heat and humidity are brutal, but the perfect solution to that, and one you can only really find in Kyoto, is called Kawadoko, or River Dining Experience. In our last day in Kyoto, we could not pass the opportunity to experience this special dining experience, and we took a trip to Kibune. We began the day by having breakfast at Shinshindo, a cafe and bakery providing a nice variety of breads, cakes, and quick takeout options, along with a dining menu offering well-balanced plates. The breakfast set meal here was very generous, and we ordered the one that came with 2 eggs, bacon, a salad, and toast. I was really surprised by how good the toast was. The bread felt fresh, and it was crunchy yet soft. The baked items looked good as well, so we had to try their almond croissant and their pear cake. Overall satisfying meal, and one that we would likely come back if we are ever nearby again. We've come to Kyoto for every one of our trips so far, and the more time we spend here, we realize that we have so much more to explore yet. We also have come to enjoy the quieter parts found just a little ways out from the center of the city. Here in the Kamo River Delta, where the Kamo River and the Takano River meet, going towards the northern part of the city, you'll find a peaceful area that will refresh you with its surrounding greenery, clear water, and gentle breeze. If you continue up along the Kamo River, turn the corner into a narrow residential alley, you'll reach this coffee shop that will make you rethink everything you thought about what a coffee shop should be. Wife and Husband, a family-owned cafe, will delight you with its rustic design and freshly roasted coffee. As soon as you step in, you realize that everything in this cafe is well thought out and has a purpose. More than decorations, the items hanging from the walls, adorning this place, feel like personal mementos. You get the feeling that you're not just in another coffee shop, but in a place that feels like a home, and one that is welcoming you to experience a little bit of the history of this family, their past, and maybe what inspired them to start this shop in the first place. It makes you think, if I ever start a coffee shop, I want it to be just like this. As they roast their own coffee, they offer a variety of medium to dark roast levels. In a kind of cute way, they name each roast level according to a family member. For example, they have the father offering, or wife roasted level, daughter, and so forth. We got the father roasted level, and we really enjoyed it as it was the perfect medium roast level for our taste. And what makes this shop so unique and special is that they give you a takeout and picnic option. You get a tumbler of coffee, hot or cold, a couple of baked treats, and you can rent tables, a stool, and other picnic items to take and enjoy for 90 minutes by the river nearby. This day the heat was really strong, so we opted to just do the dining option. As for the coffee, keep in mind that this coffee shop leans more on the darker side. I come to appreciate this distinctive flavor, even though I usually prefer lighter, fruity, and acidic coffees. Another must-try item is their honey cheese toast. It was magical. The bread was freshly baked, and the melted cheese balanced well with the sweetness of the thin layer of honey on top. To me, the coffee found here is very unique, but I really have to emphasize, if you want to come here, you need to have a reservation in advance. They open via their website 1 month beforehand. Finally, it was time to head to our Kawadoko lunch dining experience in Kibune. Thankfully, the skies were clear, as having rain would mean that the outdoor experience would be cancelled. To get there, we took a train to Kibune Station, where you can already get a taste of the kind of beautiful scenery that you will find in Kibune. From Kibuneguchi to get to the central area of Kibune, you really have only 3 options. Take a public bus that passes every 20 or so minutes, request a shuttle from the restaurant that will host you, or take a 30-minute walk along the steep but very beautiful mountainside. I would recommend visiting Kibune regardless of whether they have Kawadoko dining or not. It is just such a picturesque town. Finally, we arrived at Hirobun, and we really recommend this place as they had really easy online booking process and provided us with a complimentary shuttle service. We knew it would be special to have lunch right on top of the river, but since we stepped on the structures covered with tatami mats, we were blown away. The currents of the river nearby felt strong. It was like standing next to a powerful fan. The humidity and sweat from our foreheads was swept away, and for a moment, I wish I would have brought a light jacket as it felt that cool. Everything was going great, the food was satisfying, but at that time, drops started falling on the table. For a moment, we thought it might just pass, but no, it started pouring and we had to be moved out from the riverside. We thought our long-awaited experience was cut short, and for that brief moment, we thought our mood was about to turn sour. But at that moment, the Hirobun staff took us into their main building, then they brought more items and we continued as if nothing had happened. They even offered us complimentary drinks to make up for the move due to the rain. Such a kind gesture for an unavoidable event. I even think they added extra few items to our kaiseki meal. We had a sweet river fish or ayu, a chilled salmon plate with the shrimp on top, a warm miso soup with yuba or tofu skin, and we finished with a refreshing fruit jelly dessert. We're so thankful and amazed at the hospitality that we were shown here at Hirobun. We honestly can't recommend it enough and hope to come back one day. When we came out of lunch, the rain had died down and we wanted to continue our Kawadoko experience right where we left off. Thankfully, we ran into this cafe serving desserts. They had kakigori, but we opted instead for matcha drinks and a matcha parfait to help us wake up after that satisfying meal at Hirobun. A trip to Kifune is not complete without visiting the mystical Kifune Shrine. This shrine is actually a complex of 3 shrines back to back. Shrines in Japanese culture come from the Shinto religion that believes in nature gods. Kifune Shrine is said to be special as it enshrines the god of water. Those who come to Kifune Shrine are said to be bathed in that same energy and life force that water provides. And being in this landscape in the middle of the mountains with the strong sound of the current nearby from the river, you can really feel a powerful aura over you. You get this strong sensation that just feels rejuvenating, cleansing, and freeing. No wonder they call it forest bathing, as you really feel like you go back home with your worries and stress washed off. If you need something more concrete to take home, you can try your fortune with omikuji. Drawing your fortune in this shrine is special as you reveal it by setting the paper fortune on the water. After about a minute or so, your fortune is revealed. And thankfully, they have this app and QR code that can translate your fortune for you. We got a small blessing, and it said things like help others, to show love, be patient and calm, have faith while in sickness, and it was all generally positive items. And with this small blessing, we say goodbye to this beautiful town and to Kyoto as a whole. As our time ends here, I can say that without a doubt, Kyoto is a place that we'll treasure in our heart. And yes, it's full of beautiful temples and architecture, unlike anywhere else in Japan. I hope that you give Kibune a chance. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.